Okay, then we talk about the timing of how this kind of the two therapies can cooperation. They can go hand in hand. How and what's the timing? The timing one is when one patient have multiple system disease, and now the doctor cannot cure them together. So this time you can get the homeopathic therapy to help because Chinese medicine treatment and the homeopathic therapy goes in the different way. So they can solve the multiple system by themselves. And then they can be work. Two, when some allergic disease, although they have been recovered by 16 or 18%, but this kind of the person of the patient is still exploded in the allergic environment, just like the hair or the dogs, or the hair of the dogs or the cats, or the mighty dust, etc. This time you can use the homeopathic therapy to cure this kind of the allergy. It's really work. And when we got some acute or chronic infection or recurrent infections, when the Chinese medicine is inefficient, it's not really work. This time, you can correct the patient's secretion from nose or vagina, or we can correct the patient's urine and to produce a kind of the remedy for this kind of person. It's really work. Okay, when some chronic disease and we cannot find why, just like some dementia in the elderly, a chronic decline of the function of the liver and the kidney. Blood test, we found some having mental poison, just like the mercury, high levels of lead in blood. This time, we can use homeopathic way to speed the detoxification about this chronic heavy mental poison. Okay, about this timing is really very special way because many children have the precocious puberty just by the environment hormone. Or some women are infertilities because of excess intake the environment hormone. What is the environment hormone? Just like the parabens or the phenols. What is the parabens sources? Just like the cosmetics, lotions, creams, sun cream, shaving foam, shaving cream, shampoo, conditioner, hair gel, styrene, toothpaste. How about the phenols are often added to the plastics or detergents in the interface active agents. The phenols sources, just like the plastic raw materials, plastic button, plastic tube wave, plastic fruit container, cosmetics, this kind all the phenols sources. Now and then we can use the homeopathic way to sweep up the detoxification about this environment hormone. Is really work. Okay, then we talk about what kind of a disease homeopathy can currently use in our clinic. 1. We can use in the injuries, just like the acute sprain, chronic edema, inflammation, ligament damage, osteoporosis, eye pain after surgery, computer elbows, and so on. And we also use the growth tower for children. Inhibit precociousness, relief of growth pain. How about the circulatory disease? Homeopathy can cure the varicose veins and the poor peripheral circulation. Homeopathy also can use in the automatic nervous, just like somebody insomnia, they unable to sleep, anxiety, fear, unable to sleep deeply, easily being awakened by the sound, by the light, immune system problems, etc. Also can use in the emotional problems. This kind of the problem we are really hard to use the traditional Chinese medicine to cure it. But now you can use the Baha flower incense therapies to cure this kind of the problems. It's really amazing. Okay, you can also use the homeopathic way in woman's disease, just like premature headache, a polycystic ovary hairy as disease, closma, blood collapse due to the pure uterine contractions, hot flashes during menopause, pregnant vomit, and so on. And we also use the homeopathic drugs to cure the allergic infection problem, just like when you catch a cold, sore throat, and allergic rhinitis, cough, allergic, etc. Or the skin itch, eczema, atopic dermatitis, allergic dermatitis. Some problem about your gas or intestinal, including stomach acid reflux, stomach pain, vomiting, flatulence. Chronic disease including the variety of chronic disease caused by heavy metals, pesticide residues, or environment hormone residues. Isopathy treatment, you can cure allergy by the dog's hairs, the cat's hairs, the milk, the coffee, or the dust, or the mites. You allergic by this kind of the material, we can use isopathy. At last, we can use homeopathic to cure special disease, including heat stroke or burns.